Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks. I know it's been a while, I apologize for that. Trying to still finish up a few more things, so give me just a moment. Here's the story. And I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been rather busy here lately. Trying to, if that'll stop, there we go. Trying to catch up on a bunch of different things and trying to get a little extra work done and all that good stuff. One thing you're going to notice in front of me, and hey Jeff, how you doing? One thing you're going to notice right in front of me is I already have two small buildings. Let's see if we can adjust that camera just a little bit. And it's buildings. Let's see. I was trying to get it to where you can see the whole thing going on here. What I'm trying to do is I was trying to get, excuse me, I was trying to get a few different ideas for some different buildings. And I actually have a few more buildings that I kind of threw together real quickly on the other side of me as well, sitting over there. But this building I've already decided I'm going to keep. I'm going to be putting an electric blue stripe down that and then putting electric blue stripes on the side. But I'm going to go ahead and continue working on this one. And then this is another building. And hey, Brick Sergeant R. Claxton Lewis, Mystery Falls, Kevin, Papa's Bricks, Jeff, and Brick Sergeant. Thank you so much, dude. Brick Sergeant just donated $2 and said, hey, you. When you're out there on the road. I'm butchering Pink Floyd. Anyway, though, this is a building that I just kind of started piecing stuff together, and I'm really liking the color combination. This is bright light orange, gold. I got some light pink, and then I got the dark pink, and then I've got the trans purple windows. And I was just playing around with some of my pieces because I'm trying to figure out a few different things where I can just start using a bunch of parts I have around the barn. And this is one of those things that I just kind of came up with. So I'm going to start building this. I ordered a bunch of parts, let me say this first, because I've been wanting to try the new Lego Pick-a-Brick system online. I have to say I'm extremely impressed. Let me say that real quickly first. But with that, I ordered, it was close to $1,000 worth of parts. And a lot of it is for all these buildings that I've kind of roughed up so I can finish going with them. This particular building, I really don't need a lot of parts. It's just 1x1s, plates, and then some of these. But most of the parts, believe it or not, in this particular building I have, but I still have a few small parts that are in that very large order. And I'm also going to, just to kind of give you guys some announcements as to some of the things I'm doing. Aladdin's Restaurant, I like that, Anthony. That's a very good one. That would make a good building. But my intention, just so you know, this building I'm looking at making every bit of 10 stories. This building is going to be at least 8. I might even go up to as high as 16 stories with this. This is going to be 8. I've got 2 more apartments over here that I've kind of roughed in. It's going to be 8 stories apiece. So I'm going to do a little residential area in my city, if you will, as far as the skyscrapers, tall buildings, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm also going to be doing a Carvana. I finally sat down and designed, and let me kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Lego Joe, hey, yo. I got a really basic idea. And again, I don't want you to get too happy because this is just me warming up, practicing up, getting ideas, and as far as sizing and things like that goes. And like this particular building here, as you can see, this is going to be Carvana. So this is going to be an 8-story tall building. So there'll be a car sitting in every one of these windows. And I'll make videos along the way and kind of show and explain why I've come up with some of the different things I've come up with. But here in Michigan, in Novi, they have a Carvana building. And this is the exact shape. It's squared on 4 sides, and then you have an inside corner here, just to kind of try and show you. So that's another building that's coming, and this is what I mean by this is one of the buildings I have parts on the way for. So I can try and do this. So I got a ton. And Dusty Bricks, how you doing, my friend? And Scotty Johnson? I have a ton of different projects now lined up. It's just a matter of waiting on parts. And that is part of the reason why I wanted to try and order through the new online Lego Pick-a-Brick store. Quite simply, because a lot of people have been asking me, how's the speed, how's this, how's that? And I can tell you real quickly, just from what I've learned from my orders that I made, is they have 2 different categories of parts. They have their best sellers, and then they have just standard parts. The best sellers ship within 5 to 11 days. The other parts, the standard parts, it says it can take up to 5 to 11 weeks or something along that lines. It's a much longer time. So It might be a while before I see all the parts that I want, including for this building, because I do have some parts coming for this, for the electric blue stripe that I'm going to put in here. So my point in saying that, though, is to try and give everybody a better idea of what to expect when ordering from there. I can tell you from what I've seen already, because the order that I made, if I remember correctly, I ordered it on Saturday during the day, if I'm not mistaken. And I already have a confirmed shipping date for some of my parts. But again, they were only for the best-selling parts. The rest of the parts, because when you're in the pick-a-brick thing, there's 2 different categories, and you have to click each category. The standard parts are obviously coming, I'm going to say, from Denmark or whatever, so they take a bit longer time. But and Papa's Brick says, nice idea on the car vending building. Actually, that was not my idea. I was building those car dealerships, and that's another thing I'm waiting on because I don't have any of these. This is for the garage door for the Ford dealership I was working on, and I ran out, and that's part of my order through Lego, was a bunch of those. But I forgot who it was. I don't remember if it was Ned or actually, you know what? It was Guy Martin, one of our members in Discord, actually suggested that to me. And just a quick reminder for everybody, I do apologize if my streams get a little blurry. I have the best internet I can have, so please bear with it if it gets a little goofy from time to time. So I do apologize for that in advance. It goes 7th. Lewis says, read chat live. Will you build a custom Tommy Lego 7th Day Evangelist Church with classrooms? I might try to build a church at some point. I don't know about being that specific of a church, though. And hey, Scotty Johnson, Anthony Perot says, I visited once 15 years ago, the Smart Cars Tower. It was such an amazing idea for selling cars. I totally agree, man. It looks great. And then Dusty Brick says, if you don't order enough of the best sellers, you need to pay a service fee. But at least you got free shipping on solely parts now. Yes. As far as that, okay, that explains. I did not know that, Dusty Bricks, and thank you for bringing that up, because something I can say with Dusty Bricks saying that is, and let me get a better screen up so I can see your guys' chat comments a little bit. There we go. One thing I can say, though, with what Dusty is commenting on is, like with my order, I wondered, because there's 2 different, what did you call it again? Service fees. There's 2 different service fees. There's a service fee for the best. There's a service fee for the best sellers, and then there's a service fee for the standard parts. And the one thing I did notice is when I made my order is that, because I was wondering what that was about, and it was I thought it was $7.35 for the. If I remember correctly, it was 7 something for the best sellers, and it was $3.35, I think, for the standard pieces. And then, like you said, you get free shipping also. But both of those, for me anyway, there was no charge. But thank you for pointing that out, Dusty, because I didn't understand what that was about. CJ, I'm going to hope that's how I am announcing your name there, my friend. He says, hi, Daryl. I just sent you a comment from your last vlog. I was able to buy instructions to McDonald's with my Visa. Cool, man, and thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that, CJ. Jeff Escobar says, in the city I live in, there's a Carvana building with a smart car and Mini Cooper on the top. That would be cool. The building here by me, and I'm going to post in for my website for those that are not aware that I do have instructions and other things for sale on my website, and that is at, let's see, for anybody that is not aware, that is my website, and I'm going to pin that to the top for anybody that needs to know that information. But I do, like I said, I sell a variety of different things. And Jeff was saying, because the one here by me, it's just got like a square top on it, and then the words Carvana are on every side of it. And then on that funky angled portion of the inside of the building, there's a little round, it's the shape of a car, it's in blue logo in the side. So that's what I'm trying to go for anyway. But anyway, let me get this building. I'm going to be having a very huge haul when all those parts get here from Lego. So yes, yes, UT, definitely. And then I did make a couple orders off of Bricklink as well, but I will say this, they're not, it's like a lot of the orders that I do, because I'm always doing kind of insanely large orders. But what it is I think it was only like 5 different parts, but it was up in the neighborhood of 300, 400, 500, 600 parts of each piece that I ordered. So I do have some Bricklink orders that should be here, I'm going to say by Thursday, Friday of this week. and then the rest of the majority of my orders, because the orders I did on Bricklink were only 200 and under. The big order though is going to be from Lego Shop at Home. And hey, Brickles, how you doing, my friend? First thing I want to do though is I wanted to show you guys, because what I'm trying to do with a lot of these buildings, and just so you can see it is fully modular, what part of my goal is to try and use as few pieces as possible and make kind of, and I just popped the window out, make kind of an interesting building. And I'm doing that for a couple of reasons. One is I want to show you guys that you can still make interesting looking buildings, and it's still fairly strong, just using basic parts. And I've been trying to do little silly things to add detail. For example, I have this piece is sticking out a little bit, so it adds a bit, just to kind of show you the shape, it adds a bit of greeble to the building. And that's what this wall on that side's about. It's so I can tile it, and again, it adds a bit of greebling to the building. And then I have this piece that sticks out, which gives you that nice cool stripe. I'm not going to probably stick with the coral. That was just me playing around with different color ideas though. Anthony says, soon we'll pay more to fill our car tank than to buy the car itself. I'm not going to argue with you there, my friend. Not going to argue with you there. Although I have to say, and don't get me wrong, there's more price hikes coming. And honestly, the gas price isn't what scares me so much. It's the expected increase in food that actually is kind of worrying me, because that is a necessity, which gas is a necessity as well. But that is the price that I'm kind of like, I'm kind of concerned with possibly happening and coming rather quickly anyway. Eggtown Egg, how the heck are you? Finally caught a stream. I'm glad to see you made it. And I hope you're doing well, Eggtown. Anyway, I'm going to show you how quick and basic and easy, at least I hope you guys think this building is attractive looking anyway. And again, I'm going to be doing this in 8 stories, but let's get the camera up in here better now. And I'm going to show you all I'm doing to make that particular building. And again, I am trying to use as few parts as possible, and I'm trying to use large pieces. Anytime I build skyscrapers, that's one key thing I always try to remind people of, is anytime, if you want to build skyscrapers, anytime you want to go with a big building, I always highly recommend going with the largest pieces you can, because it makes building a skyscraper extremely easy. And I'm going to show you guys really how quickly a building can go together. Let me just make sure, because it was only like 6 different pieces. I'm trying to make sure I have every piece. I need those for the wall. Scotty Johnson, thank you so much for the $5 donation. That's awesome of you, my friend. Ellen and Bricks, hello. And thank you, CJ. He says, I enjoy all your vlogs, and Angelville looks amazing. And yes, you're right with the fertilizer. Absolutely, buddy. Any tips for moving buildings onto mills? Slow and steady wins the race, my friend. That would be my best advice to you. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time. Don't be in a rush, is my point in saying that. And again, thank you so much, Scotty Johnson. That was awesome of you to make that donation. But the biggest thing when I tell people for moving over to a mill is, like with any building, especially with the Lego modular buildings, take the top floors off first, obviously. Usually you can get most of the building to pop off the base. The most time-consuming and painful part of doing a transfer is transferring all those plates. But once you get through that and you get in the habit and you start getting rolling with a momentum, you'll kind of be surprised how quickly those buildings take shape. But anyway, now that I'm trying to make sure, I needed the other window. Need one more bag of windows. Where are they at? Get some of this goodies out of the way. And I'm going to grab the whole container because that's going to be too much on my table. Let me just grab a couple of these windows real quickly, though. We'll do it that way. For the balcony. Absolutely. It's like Scotty says, slow and steady. Wordy Deed. Hey, how are you? Dusty Brick says, cheers, Scotty. But anyway, let's show you how quickly we can go. First thing you got to do, because we're using these window frames, and what I'm doing, just to show you again the other building, what I'm doing to help add texture, because a lot of people, I shouldn't say everybody, most people, to add texture, they'll step off the windows and make it come in. Again, my goal, Imperial Officer, 4 members at bronze. Thank you, dude. He says, I now have Lego set number 41496, and that is awesome, dude. Congrats. What I was going to say, though, is with the windows, is a lot of people, you know, they always put the window and they put the glass sticking on the outside. And then what they do is they'll take the jumper plates and then they'll step it into the inside. Within doing that, now you have more parts that you have to use, and it's going to make it taller, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with having a taller floor. But I'm trying to go as simple as possible with this particular building. And my point in saying is if you flip this around to the inside, now, as you can see, you have a little bit more added greebling without the use of a ton of extra parts. So that's what I wanted to show you there. But real quickly, let's make everything, because we're using those as the walls and that's all we're doing. So everything is stacks of 6. So we're going to take these and stack them in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're just going to boop that right on there. Actually, I think that goes over 1. And then we're going to take a window frame. I'm not even worried about the glass right now. But just make sure that the glass is going to be going to the inside. And now we're going to take some 2x4s. We're going to stack those in a pile of 6. Again, everything that I'm using is very large pieces, and you can do this in any different color to give yourself an idea. But again, just trying to show you how quickly you can slap a building together and it still have a decent look to it. So now we've got that. We've got this wall. This one needs to be a door, so we're going to put that there. We're going to put another one of these here. Now we need a stack of 6 on the 3s. Holy crap, Imperial Officer says it's a set, and we're going to stack 6 of these. These are the 2x3s. 1987. I'll have to look that particular set number up after this. Or actually, why don't you just show it in Discord, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we got that, and that sticks out a little bit, so that gives us a little bit more greeble. Now we're going to come to the side. We're going to pop in 2 windows. And we're going to come to the back. We're going to do another pile of 2x4s. DJ says, converting my city to mills for the 16 wide buildings like the bookshop. Do you place both buildings on a 32x32 plate or make them individual with 16s? It depends on how you're going to do it. If you want to, here's what I do. Most of my buildings, I do have 2 of them, I think, that I individualized, we'll call it. And what I mean by that, when I say I individualized them, is I did place them on separate plates. But most of my buildings, what I do, the reason I have those 2 particular buildings is so I can move them around. And just to tell you really quickly what they are, it's the bookstore and the pet shop buildings. So I have those separated on their own plates. But all my, like my house buildings and whatnot, those are on a 32x32. And I personally do that because I'm not that worried about where the houses are. But with my storefronts, I may want to move them around. So if you're happy with the 2 buildings next to each other and you think you'll never change them, I'd put them on a 32x32. If you think you might want the option to be able to pick them up and move them, which is the beauty of mills, because it gives you such a strong base plate, it allows you to constantly transfer, move, and situate and readjust and all that good stuff. I would recommend sticking with that. But again, it's all a personal preference. That's right, I don't have that color yet. It's on the way. So we're just going to use sand or off blue. But hey, how you doing, Michael? And Art Claxton, thank you so much, buddy. Art Claxton just donated $5, and he says at Bevan's Bricks, hope the sergeant don't mess with you about the messy Lego part. I didn't see Paul Bot yet, so I think we're good. Unless you mean Brick Sergeant's going to start getting me for the messy barn too. And Lego Joe says, I love the design, and thank you, and make something like this for my city because I need more skyscrapers. And that's what's cool about this particular building, just to kind of pan back and show you again. This is 4 floors. Because each floor is modular, you can add as many of these floors as you want, and you can officially make it quite a large skyscraper. Hey, Wordy Deed, how you doing? And what's the sad face for, Wordy Deed? Anyway, trying to do this, again, we put another window there. We're going to take some more of these and do a stack of 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will come back and put the glass and stuff through after I get it kind of narrowed down. Now we're going to take another window and we're going to pop this here. And now we're going to take another stack of 2x4s. Again, everything is 6 because we're just keep it simple, stupid is what that means. And that is what my goal was with this particular building, was keep it simple, stupid. Coming back now with that, now we got to do 2 more windows. This is going to be a door on that one. Then we're going to put another window here. Then we're going to put a 2x3, a stack of 6 once again. See, I don't think I've ever seen you in Discord, Imperial Officer. I will post a link. You know what? Let me post the link right now because you are a paying member, and Discord is a chat program that everybody is allowed to access and get into and talk on and all that good stuff. And that's not what I wanted. Where is it at? Because I don't think I've posted a new link in a few weeks. I could be wrong. Give me one momento, guys. There it is. If you go to community tabs on my YouTube, and I am turning my volume down because with me doing this, there we go. If you go to community tabs though, here in just a second, you're going to see a link. And you're going to click that link so you can get into the chat room. And this is for new, old members. Some members I know have left, some and came back and they're not in Discord. So make sure that you click that link. But anyway, if you go to my community tabs now, it should be posted now. Click that link and it'll get you into Discord, and then I'll make sure you get set up with your appropriate level of membership. So I didn't think you've ever been on it, Imperial Officer, but I just posted the link, so now you can get on it, my friend. Again, it's in community tabs, so it's there ready for you. Click it, and then after the stream, I will make sure I get you assigned to your appropriate location. But let's pop these guys on, and I just want to show you, again, this is a super simple building. Now we're going to come back to the side. We're going to put 2 more window pieces here, and then we're going to scoot it back around. And then now on this side, we have to do another 2x4. So we got to stack 6. Anthony says, I just received the YouTube notification. That is weird why it always delays me. It's like I feel like, or I always felt like YouTube was just out to personally screw me. It's how it always seemed anyway, because it's not just you. A lot of people have told me that they never get the notifications, and I don't understand why that is. Or if they do get them, they get them late. And I just always thought that was kind of odd. Which of my future buildings is going to be the toughest? I'm definitely going to say that purple building, I'm calling it kind of like an Aladdin building, if you will, but that is going to be the toughest building to pull off by far, because there's a lot of pieces involved in that to try and make sure it happens. And John, how are you, my friend? Says, hey buddy, you're doing interiors and lighting on this puppy? I will at a later date. Right now I'm just trying to rough up a bunch of buildings, but I will do basic interiors and such on all of the buildings that I'm going to be doing at a later date. And Scotty Johnson says, welcome to the funny farm. And don't be scared off by all the lunatics in there. They're good. It's a good group of people, I swear. I promise. That was something I needed to help make it modular. I need my 1x6s. And I need a bunch of 1x8s. So let me get all these, fish them out of here. And like I said, right now I'm really just trying to kind of rough the building up. So don't expect anything glorious until it's fully assembled. The other thing that I do need is 1x2s and 1x4s. So let me grab a couple of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that'll give me those. And then I need some 1x2s. And you know what? I have a ton of red. Let's just use red because we really don't care about the color of these. And then I need my 1x2s for the corners. And those should be, just grab a quick little handful of them. So we can get that going. Yeah, I've seen you make comments and all kinds of stuff on my videos, man. Imperial Officer, and I've always wondered, why don't I ever see you in Discord? But now we'll see you there, my friend. Oh, for the new Discord link. Okay, I got you. No, what I was referring to when I said that a lot of things don't go through is that it was usually for, like when I go live a lot of times, the messages wouldn't go through, and it was always like, what the heck? Okay, the Discord thing I just sent, you are absolutely correct. Anyway, though, it's a 1x8, 1x8. Then it's a 1x6, 1x8. And I will come back and put plates and tiles and all that good stuff on top of those after I get a couple more floors done, just to show you guys what it will kind of look like really quickly. And my whole goal with this entire building, again, was just to keep it as simple and easy as possible. Another 1x6. And modular. That was the other big thing, is to make the building modular. Because I want to be able to do, like several have asked already, about doing my interiors. I definitely want to do interiors. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy, but like I said, we'll see you in Discord, my friend, but I hope you have a good dinner, and we will talk to you soon, Imperial Officer. Eccentric Bricks, how the heck are you, my friend? Kim Thurston says, hello from New Zealand. I'm so glad I found you. I have learned so much, and thank you. And thank you, Kim. I really appreciate that. And welcome to the channel, my friend. Scotty Johnson says, hit that like button and subscribe, and thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Anyway, that is going to be our rough up of one floor. Again, I have to put windows in it. I still have to tile up the lanes. And something else, I should have the parts right by me, I think. So I might be able to do that as well. Where are they at? I thought I had the bin. Because I put, just to show you. And welcome to the membership, DJ. Thank you so much for joining. And again, I just posted the Discord link, so don't forget to click that so you can get the access to Discord, buddy, because that is one of your perks for being a member. And again, thank you so much for joining. That was very awesome of you. What I was going to say, though, is I was using these also as a way to lock each floor in. So let me really quickly get on there. An Eggtown Egg, thank you. And it's not even done yet, but Eggtown Egg just donated $20. That is freaking awesome of you, Eggtown. Thank you. It was very kind of you. Thank you so much for that $20 donation. That was very, very awesome. And I'm hoping to finish that building here very soon. And I'm pulling my hair out of my head right now because I don't see, there it is. It was hidden by another box of parts. So I got to do those. And we want to do, come out, there you are. Come out, wherever you are. Again, thank you so much, Eggtown, that was awesome. I will do an actual video on that. I'm waiting, like I was saying earlier in the stream, and I don't think you were in yet. What I stopped on the dealership about is this is all I have left for the garage door, and I want to use these for the garage door. And then the other part I'm waiting on, and I ordered these from Lego, is the cross support that the door slides up into. When I get those pieces, I'll finish building that, and then I'll illuminate it, because I'm really happy about that building. But after I get it finished, I'm going to do a full video on that particular building. And again, thank you so much for joining, DJ. And again, don't forget to click on the link in my community tabs. That is the newest link, and it'll take you right in, and we will get you set up in the Discord with the Funny Farm. But that's that. So that's another floor. Now let's jump to our next. So now we're going to do another one, and again, it's very simple, just stacks of 6, continuously stacks of 6. So we're gonna start, and we're just gonna make, because I know I need 4 of these, so I'm just gonna make 4 stacks of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to me, if you're gonna build skyscrapers, this is the only way to do it. Just find a bunch of parts that you like, very large parts, and just go for broke. You will find that you will save yourself a lot of money in the long run. And something else I'm gonna point out is you'll be surprised at how cheap a lot of larger parts are because most people don't build with them. These window frames, I've gotten a lot of those window frames in bulk from different people that were selling them, and they were selling them dirt cheap. And that's why I have so many different windows. David West, how are you, my friend? I have not seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. And Michael says, funny farmland. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I needed 2 of these, so let's go ahead and make both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is the unfun part, I guess, of doing skyscrapers. Is it's very repetitive. But it's easy to do because I can talk, look, and not really worry that much about what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So there's a bonus to that. I need 2 of these. Rick Sargent says he's doing good. Steve says just got home from work. What's up, Funny Farm? And how are you doing, Steve? Scotty Johnson, I can try and get I still haven't even gotten the privet drive instructions done yet. But that is, I would like to make instructions. It's just, it's all about time. I want to cry sometimes. There's not enough hours in the day. Because I would like to make instructions available on everything I have. Privet Drive, the Ford dealership, the Chevy dealership, even my version of the brick bank, this building, a lot of different buildings. It's a matter of me sitting down and trying to do it. I still haven't even done my taxes yet, to be perfectly honest. I need to get those done. I started on them, but I haven't gotten them done. So that's like my next priority. I gotta hurry up and get those done because knock, knock, knock is gonna come here real soon because tax season's almost over, and I am gonna owe, so I already expect that, but that's part of the reason why I've dragged my feet so long on it too, to be perfectly honest. The chirping sound was my cell phone. Anyway, now that we've got, let's see, that, I got my windows. Okay, let's start slapping this guy together. So we're gonna start on one corner once again. We're taking our blocks, we're just gonna go boom. Oh, I forgot to do that other piece. We need to do 2 stacks of blue. And I think I already have them, I do. Look at that. So we're gonna do boom, boom, and we're just gonna run it right around, guys. Quick and simple. Boom, boom. Look how quick these buildings go together, especially if you pre-do all your pieces. And did I do that right? Something I missed. Oh, I forgot a window. Because that should be over here. See, I'm trying to show off and go fast, and I'm messing up. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. We'll take our 2x3, come back to the side. The R2D2 direct boss line, I like that. So I don't think it was the boss though. It's a couple different notifications on my phone. Nope, that wasn't the boss that time. That was TikTok letting me know somebody made a comment on one of my videos. And we're going to do that side, this again, spin, rotate, rotate. I don't know if anybody else ever saw or liked Friends, but that's what it was when Ross, they were trying to bring a couch up the stairs. Rotate, rotate. It was one of my favorite shows, Once Upon a Time. That, this, 2 more windows, bada boom, bada bing. I will put the glass in a little bit later. Not super worried at the moment. Put that piece there. 2 more windows. And then I'm going to give you a pan back here in just a second because I've already done 2 floors. And again, these are not finished. I am just kind of flying through them just so you guys get an idea of the height. But I'll pan back in a minute to show you. And it's funny because a building might not look great until you start getting a bunch of floors together. And then it's like, oh, I can see this looking good. It doesn't really totally take shape sometimes until you get a bunch of stuff actually placed. And we need 2 of these. Thank you, Aaron. He says, looking good. Michael said it's better than the alternative. I agree, my friend. Oh, it's pivot. You're right, pivot. Pivot, pivot. For some reason I was thinking rotate, but nope, you are right. It was pivot. Dave West, this is going to be part of my, because I want to make a, for lack of a better term, kind of residential sky rises portion in my city, and this is going to be part of that. It's going to be one of the many buildings that I'm going to be putting inside of that residential area. And I needed a 6, 1x8. So this is going to be, because I got 3 buildings in total, and then once I get all 3 buildings, I'm hoping I can squeeze all these on a 48x48 base plate. I might have to go a little bit bigger. But the plan is to put them on a 48x48 base plate and then kind of stick them all in one little cube of the city, is what my goal was. Okay, that gives me another floor. Oops, I got to put 4 of those in. So I think it'll be fun, but like I said, just doing something simple. And that'll give me that one. Let's see. Yep, that'll give me that. And what the heck? How did that get in there? I will change it later. That's a non-Lego base plate. Sure is. I'm going to have to change that out. I got to make sure I'm grabbing... Okay, those are Lego. Because I don't know what it is. I have several non-Lego base plates, but they just don't work as well as Lego brand, and that's why I'm trying to slowly kind of spin out some of that. But anyway, to give you guys an idea, so right there is 6 stories. What I'm probably going to do is make it 8, and then I'll put a base floor in it when I'm happy with how it looks. But that's where we're going so far, and I'm going to have to redo that floor because I didn't want an off-brand plate there. But we're going to do with what we got and keep running forward. Yes, they are apartments. That's exactly what they are. Michael says, say it isn't so. And I don't know why that was hid, our Claxton. I just opened it up for you, though. He said, hit that like and subscribe button. John Cross says, how long have you been in Lego? And I'm just to answer you really quick, because I see a couple other comments that I missed, John. I've been doing Lego for 22 years now. That's why I have the insane amount that I have. Kenneth Swan says, remember to hit that like button. Thank you so much, Kenneth Swan. Aaron Delilah says, looks good. Well, I guess I didn't miss too much. But yes, because that is a very common question that I get asked. John is, I want to double check that one more time. Yeah, that is Lego. I get asked that quite a bit. And a lot of people, I think, ask me that just quite simply because they want to know how it is that I have so much. And I think a lot of people, when they ask that, it's because they think it's like maybe I just got into it and how did I amass so much so fast? And that's the thing that I do always try to make sure I point out to everybody. This is not something that happens overnight. I mean, I think you can see my craziness behind me. But that insanity behind me does not happen overnight. That is 22 years of me buying and purchasing Lego pieces. So it does take a while to get to my level of insanity. I will tell you that. But like with anything, if you're passionate about it, man, buy as much as you can when you can. And it's like I always tell people, because I'll go grab that building here again and show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a lot of parts. Actually, let me grab the part bin just so you'll get a better idea. I have a lot of parts that when I bought them, I really had no idea what I was going to use them for. But they were so cheap. And this is one of my favorites. I love gold. Gold. I think I've got a I used a bunch of these parts on my Grand Hotel. But I think when I bought these, I bought at least 600. It's either 600 or 800 of these a piece when they were for sale. This is just the discs. It's gold. And I never even knew what I was going to do with these particular pieces. But it was a situation of they were so cheap, how could I not buy them? And so I bought as many as I could possibly get. And again, like I said, it's either 600 or 800 of each one of those. And so now, and I bought those 2 years ago. Keep that in mind too. And I, again, had no plan at all for them. And now I'm trying to design buildings where I'm using those parts. And I showed this at the beginning of the stream. But here is one building I'm working on right now, and it's just to try and use up that gold. That's all this building is for, is to try and use up that gold. And then these purple windows, I found a smoking deal on those. I had no idea what I was going to do with them, but I'm trying. That's what that building's about, is trying to figure out what I can do to use those parts. And those windows, because those windows, I'm trying to remember, I want to say the official Lego price is around 90 cents or maybe $1.10. Don't quote me on that. I know it's up in that neighborhood, but I got those for 50 cents a piece. And I was like, holy crap, I think I got 200 or 300 of them. And I don't know if you can see it. I was actually playing around. Let's see if we can get it up there. If you look way back in the corner on the far right, right over there, is all the windows I had. I stacked them up just to make it look like a building. And I thought, you know what? It was too plain. So what I ended up doing is I started playing around to find some greebling to add to that building, and that was what I ended up coming up with. Donna Scott said, I got really excited. I just got 25 pounds of random Lego from an online auction. It had the black pearl in it that I didn't even know about. That is freaking awesome. It's amazing when you can find stuff like that in a bulk buy. So I can see why you were excited, Donna. That is a good find. The black pearl, I want to say if you were to try and buy it as a set now, oh, forgive me, but I want to say off the top of my head, I'm going to say it's in the $500 range. So I don't know what you paid for your bulk lot, but you got a very good find if you didn't pay that much for the bulk lot. And if the set's complete, I would say you've got a very good bulk find. So I can see why you are definitely excited. And congratulations on that. It's always nice when you can find deals like that. And it's funny because a lot of people just don't know the value of their Lego that they're selling. They just think, just get rid of it. It's the kids' toys. And I think if some people knew what they were getting rid of, they would kick themselves. Dale says they were cheap, but absolutely nobody else knew what to do with them. And there's a lot of parts that you will find are that way. And I could probably go on and on about different parts. And it's not always necessarily, because I'm going to tell you something with that building that I just showed you, the purple and yellow and gold. None of those purple parts, those are like bargain basement price parts. All those 2x2 round purple parts, you're going to find them all day long for 2 cents to 3 cents a piece, because nobody knows what to do with large quantities of that purple. Nobody knows what to do with that purple window. Nobody knows what to do with that bright light orange. And that's kind of my goal, is to try and build something to show people those pieces can be used. You just gotta think outside the box a little bit. 130 for the lot, Donna. That is a smoking deal. That was an amazing deal. Very good deal. And it's fairly complete, so that is awesome. I'm sure you can find the rest of the pieces on Bricklink or somewhere. I see a lot of people are agreeing, and there's Paul Bott. I see people saying hello to Paul Bott anyway. I didn't see, there he is. He says, hey, Art Claxton and Kenneth Swan. And now I see a Paul Bott. I missed a couple comments, obviously. Let me grab another bag of white. It's nice to see you. I'm waiting for the why isn't the desk clean. But believe it or not, my desk is pretty clean, believe it or not. I have been working on that. I've been opening sets that I've had dismantled and stuff on my table and putting the pieces away and all that good stuff. And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is floor number 7. You know what? I'm going to prep for the next floor too. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that goes over one. And I will get my bag of windows here after I get all these kind of fidgeted in. Michael says, sneaky guy. Everybody knows the Paul bot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just gonna go, like I said, I'm prepping for the next building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or the next floor. You got that right, Scott. Who said Beetlejuice's name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're gonna make 4 of these. I only need 2 per floor, but I'm prepping for the next floor. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's this floor is done. Calder, yes, the best technique to do that, and summer's coming. So this is, you know what, I'm actually going to try and make a video about this year. Not a lot, well, actually probably will be a lot. We'll say about a half and half mixture. Peroxide, just regular old standard household peroxide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then submerge your Lego in the peroxide water solution, outside in the direct sun for about 2 hours. Stirring occasionally, I'm going to say about every 10 to 15 minutes, just to make sure all the Lego pieces stay submerged in the water. And you will be surprised. Not only does it work for white, it helps with yellowing on any color. I don't care if it's white, light blue, gray, yellow, whatever colors you have that are yellowing, do that. And like I said, I actually have a bunch of parts I need to do that to myself. And I think I'm going to try and do that this summer and make a video to show you guys how well that works. But that is the best way to do it, is that technique I just described. John says, remember when I had a Lego city? Not that big though? Don't think I can say I ever remember you having a city, my friend. Kina Swan says, I did pick up the Lego City train, 60197 at Target for 20% off. Saved like $30 off. That's a very good deal, buddy. And Michael was just saying what I was saying about the hydrogen peroxide bath. Lego Joe says, this is looking sick. Thank you so much. Our Claxton's talking to Paul Bot. DJ says, if anyone's planning on replicating Daryl's school, Amazon has the Friends School Set, 20% off. Oh, $48. That's what I paid for all of mine. And I did 5 in total. And that is I mean, to me, it's not a bad, I shouldn't say it's a great set. It's not a bad looking set. I'm honestly debating on ripping mine apart. This is going to be one of several apartment buildings that I'm doing in my city, Paul Bot. And what else did I need? I need those. I should already have, and I do. And I'm going to be changing up the color stripe here later. Right now, I'm just trying to kind of slam the building together as quick as I can. Need 2 of those. 2, 3, 4. And I will pan back and show you guys here in a minute. I'm going to end up putting a divider wall and maybe a bathroom and some other things on the inside of this before it's done. And we need 2. Nope, I already had those. I need 2. I need to get more 1x4s is what I need. So I need 2 of those, 2 1x4s, and a bunch of 1x8s. So where is, here's my 1x4s. Over here, and here's my 1x8s. And where did, oh, my 1x2s are back there still. My 1x4s. Grab a couple more 1x8s. Here's another 1x6. I think that's enough 1x8s anyway. Let me grab my 1x2s. Charge. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's tile this guy out. And a 1, and a 2. And we are going to start right here and run this. Oop, that was a 1x6 that's supposed to go there. Isn't that what? Yes. And then the 1x8 and the 1x8 and then our 1x2s with a red in the corner for holding it up and a 1x8. And I hope I'm keeping that in camera anyway. 1x4, 1x8. Oop, that's supposed to be a 1x6. There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Two 1x2s. Bada boom, bada bing. Another 1x8, 1x8, and a 1x4. And then we need 3. 1, 2, 3. And there's another floor. Oh, I need my windows. Windows. Unfortunately, they're not in a bag, so I just have to grab a few every time I want them. Good old Slapgate. Oh God, smack! That's what you mean by Smackgate. You're talking about the Chris Rock? Yes. I still don't understand what that was about. Because when he first made the joke, you could see it on his face anyway. It looked like he was kind of laughing. The next thing you know, he's walking up on stage and he's smacking him, and it was like, okay, what happened there? So I still kind of wonder if it was staged. But the way he was screaming, it didn't seem staged. But anyway, there's another floor done. And just to pan back and show you guys how much we've actually gotten done, look at that. And I am going to change the color out. This is going to be a little different as I go. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do one more floor. So let's come back down here. Let me verify that I have. Yes, those are Lego brand. No, I didn't watch the Oscars. It's all over the news and everything everywhere. Is the only reason I know about it. It's kind of like the slap that was heard around the world. But like I said again, I almost wonder if it wasn't staged, because I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. But with the way that it appeared anyway. But I mean, I could be wrong. It just looked like it was kind of staged. But this is going to be apartments, so it'll be nothing fancy. I'll just put like a bed, maybe a chair, and a small kitchenette in each floor. I'm just trying to kind of do some fill right now is what I'm actually doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need one more stack of these. Yes, you are absolutely right, Shane Hart. It is, I mean, you can't turn on any type of media, Instagram, I mean, TikTok, you name it. You can't turn it on, and if you can't turn it on and not read about it. Paul Bott says, I figured somebody from Philly would have had a tougher skin. I guess he was from Philly, wasn't it? Like I said, I think it, I don't know. I guess I mean, I don't know. Like maybe they are going through some hard times, or I mean, you never know what somebody's going through. So I mean, maybe it was just, maybe that was his melting point that day. You know, everybody has a breaking point, and obviously that was his breaking point. But I hope whatever it is, I hope it's he's getting better now. I do know that from what I saw on the news that I've seen, that Chris Rock wasn't pressing charges anyway, so that was good for Will anyway. And I kind of agree with that. That's why I said I felt like it might have been staged, Jim G. He was saying they had to spice up the show after another boring Grammy. And I almost messed up there. But I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. It's possible. Boom boom slaps in the room. Slap you with it, LOL, yes, seed. Bless his heart. Our Claxton says before the our Claxton says, I've been hearing that the guy's been texting Will Smith's wife, teasing her. That guys have been texting his wife, teasing her about it before the Oscars. Ah, so maybe that was the thing because she was already getting screwed with about it. The thing is or I don't know. To me anyway, it's not like it's something new. She was diagnosed with that, I think, in 2017 or something like that. And don't get me wrong, it's when you think about it, I mean, think about it. For a man, losing your hair is horrible. For a woman, it's like life ending. So I'm sure to her it is the end of the world, and having people screw with you. Because you can see when Chris Rock made that comment that she immediately rolled her eyes and she was not happy about it. And you know what? To me, at that point, it was just Will was trying to step in and protect his wife because he'd had enough of people screwing with her. So I still feel that might have been the wrong way to do it. But like I said, everybody has a breaking point, though. You know, it's we all have mental breakdowns now and then. And like I said, hopefully his gets better. And it's a 4 over here. 2, 2, 2, and but I mean, you know, God, stranger things have happened. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, you are absolutely correct, Michael. She has a medical condition. It's called alopecia or alopecia. I might be enunciating that incorrectly, but that is, you are absolutely correct. She does have a physical condition. And like I said, if people have been screwing with her and if she's getting down, then, you know, he was just stepping up to protect his wife, which I think is, you know, valiant. But unfortunately, where he did it wasn't the best place to do it, unfortunately. Shane Hart said, lucky Chris Rock didn't say she cheated on Will and so on. He was just trying to show Jade some love. Yep, anyway, until they go. And you know, that's why I said you don't know what's going on in somebody's life. That's why I don't try to understand it, figure it out, whatever. It is what it is. But yes, oh snap. Shane said Chris overstood the mark a little. Well, that was kind of that's why I said I don't know if that was staged or not, because I mean it kind of looked like he was leaning in, you know what I mean? That's why I said I don't know. Because if you like I said, if you looked at it, he was as Will Smith's walking towards him, he's kind of like leaning with his arms back, and it's like, huh? That's what made me think it might have been staged. Let me get a few pieces. I want to start seeing if I have enough. Let's see, I need 3s, 4s, corners. Let's see if I have enough to tile all the handrails in. I know that was some of the parts that I ordered, and it looks like I do not. I have a couple 3s. I know I have 4s. I have a whole bag of 4s. This is a small bag of 4s. And I need the corner pieces. And where? They're all loose in the container, so I will just grab, oh, there we go, I got a bag of them. And then I also need, where's the corner? Corner. Where are you? There you are. Let's get some of those smacked on. And there we go. See, I'm not that familiar with the Stars' love lives, so I really can't give information on any of that because I really don't follow. I didn't know that they were having problems or whatever. No, I agree with you, Michael, that it did. It was a full-on wince. I have to say, though, this is my opinion, Chris Rock took it like a freaking man. And what I mean by that is, because it was still on with the show, he didn't stop, he didn't quit, he didn't, you know what I mean? I thought he did a really great job of handling that particular situation as it happened. And I also have doors coming from Lego, so that's not something I can put in. But I can put in the windows. Do I have a name for this building? No. I'm just calling it part of my living center, my apartment center, my residential district. I need to come up with a name for it, though. You are absolutely correct. But nope, no name at all. Just trying to slap together a quick skyrise, or townhouse, if you will. And I am using blue, trans blue windows for those that, if you can't see that, to complement with the other hints of blue. Like I said, I'm waiting on doors because there will be trans doors, trans blue that go there. So that's that floor is windowed up. Let's do this one. We can put on the corners. We can put in these. We can put our 1x4s. Dale was saying that during the show interviews, Chris Rock has overstepped the line a few times with people. So I can believe that. You know, one thing I will say, because I think a lot of people, I guess, what am I trying to say? And that's why I said you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what their melting point is, what the breaking point or whatever is. With stars, they get dirt said, thrown in their face. I mean, oops, and that one's backwards. Bad comments, I guess, is what I'm getting at, said about them constantly. And as a person, a public figure, I mean, and I'm not just talking about actors. I mean, I'm talking about musicians, politicians, you name it. You have to have really thick skin. And I can see, because I don't care who you are, what you're doing, where you're at, or how you're doing it. At some point, you're going to PO somebody off. They're not going to like you, and they're going to say a bunch of negative comments about you. That's just, unfortunately, how it works. And this piece is the one that I got to redo because it was not official Lego pieces. So I'm going to rip that apart in a minute, but we're going to set that to the side. And that's why I said if it was his melting point, you know, I feel sorry for him, and I can understand why he did what he did or whatever, but because that was just his melting point. Lots of drama, you got that right. And thank you, Donna Scott. She says, nice color scheme. John Cross says, when's the next video update? I love your city designs, and I think it's personally better than some of the other Lego YouTuber cities. And thank you, I really appreciate that, John. I'm trying to kind of start ramping things back up. I know I'm actually surprised, and I really want to say thank you to each and every one of my members. Let me take a moment to say that, because I do have 114 members now, and I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you guys, because I have been blown away by the fact. I always thought that if I disappear for a few days here and there, that people would get upset, and there's been a few people that seemed a little upset and actually left my membership, and it's like, that's okay. I get it, because if I'm taking a break like I did and get busy, I mean, I understand it. People want 24-hour support, and I have a full-time job, and it's not something I can offer. But I want to say a very special thank you to the members that I do currently have, because none of them ever require me to constantly talk to, associate with, or anything else. They expect nothing of me. And I want to say I couldn't ask for a better group of people, because the support that the members I have give me is just, it's overwhelming. It's very awesome. I'm a very blessed individual, because nobody ever asks of or wonders about anything. The only thing they ever say is, are you doing okay? And that really makes me feel good. So I want to say that really quickly. Donna says, DJ, I feel your pain. I missed a comment, so I'm not sure what that was about. And hopefully it's nothing bad, DJ. Michael says, reset. This building has a... And I kind of felt the same way, Dale. I did feel that way. I think if this was made into a red stripe, it would definitely have a hospital feel. But no, when I do a hospital, trust me, it's going to be a lot larger than that. But I do agree with you, my friend, that it does have kind of that hospital feel. And I did. Thank you so much for saying that, Shane. He says, I hope you enjoyed the little break. Michael says, what? Paul S. says, I got my first college internship today, Daryl. Very good, man. Congratulations. And he goes on to say, haven't been around recently, but that's why. I got to work on park fundraising and stuff. That is very cool, dude. Congratulations. It's always good when you start doing, reset for me. There you go. Yes, that's kind of what I did, Michael. You're absolutely correct. Did a little bit of a reset. Got a little bit of my motivation back. Took care of some things around the house. But you're absolutely right. That is basically what it was. I was kind of taking a reset, trying to find my inspiration again is what I was really trying to do. And I feel re-motivated again. So that is what we are here doing now. And Kenneth Swan says, we know life happens. That's what makes great videos and doing great live streams when you can. And thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that, buddy. And Brick Sargent says, we stand strong with you, Daryl. And thank you, Brick Sargent. And Scotty Johnson says, just keep being you and do what you do best. And thank you, Scott. I appreciate that as well, my friend. And Shane Hart says, I just fired my City Hospital set. Old one with light up X-ray brick. It's a nice little set. I like that set. I have that set. I actually had, it was either 2 or 3 of them. And I'm thinking I might try and make that a very large hospital. And what I'm trying to do here, guys, is I managed to put these on non-Lego plates. So I'm transferring the building to Lego plates, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Because I do have non-Lego stuff in my pile every now and then, and I don't pay attention. But yes, that is a very good set. Much better than the new Lego hospital is. It's garbage. That's all I can say. I am not impressed with the new Lego hospital, personally. Some people maybe are, but it's not something I am personally impressed with at all. It just seems like it's way overpriced, but that's just my 2 cents on it. Where the other hospital that you're talking about, the one from, I believe it was 3 years ago, that is an amazing set, to say the least, in my opinion. And I definitely recommend it to anybody that does not have it. It is a beautiful, beautiful set. And what did I mess up? Something doesn't look right. That's what doesn't look right. Anybody that doesn't know the set I'm talking about, if you could say the set number, I would greatly appreciate it, my friend. Dale says you have to take some time every now and then, and absolutely, buddy. I'm trying to do that more and more here lately. I know once it gets a little warmer out, I'm going to try and take a little bit more time here and there. Just, if nothing else, to try and take some time and go out and enjoy my Bronco that I just bought this year. Take some cruises with the top down, go have fun, go get some ice cream, things like that. And thank you so much, Michael. Michael just donated $5 and he says, Bevan's Bricks, the Lego life. Absolutely, buddy. And again, thank you so much for that $5 donation, dude. Very, very, very kind. I really appreciate that. And Kenneth agrees that the new hospital, like I said, to me, it is just, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like I don't like it at all. It's horrendous in my opinion. Some people like it. And that's why, because I've had a lot of people ask me, why don't I try to become an ambassador? And it's like I always tell people, I wouldn't mind being an ambassador because I would love to get the free parts and the free sets and stuff like they do. That would be amazing, but those need to get put somewhere. They don't get mixed back in. I'm not someone that just promotes stuff to promote it, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. Where a lot of people, just because they're going to get the free Lego and whatnot, anything that Lego comes out with, it's going to smell like roses instead of smelling like, you know what, excrement. And I can't have Lego sending me free sets and expecting to hear, oh, look at this lovely set, when to me they're garbage, for adults anyway. But that is something else, is that a lot of people are not geared, because I'm, in my opinion anyway, I'm more geared for adults. A lot of my topics of discussion are more adult-like and things of that nature, so I consider my channel more adult-friendly. And I can't promote something that I personally would not buy myself. And I'm not going to bend my soul just to get free sets. Just like I'm not going to buy them to review them if I think it's garbage. And that, in my personal opinion, is why I will not join the Ambassador Network, because I'm not going to promote something that I think is garbage. And I feel like a lot of their city stuff, to me right now, is absolute garbage. But that's my 2 cents. It's way, I mean, don't get me wrong. What I feel, all the new city stuff is geared, designed, and set for like 4 and 5-year-olds. And that's great. I mean, that is amazing. But I feel they're way overpriced. But that is what I feel their market is. And I personally can't buy sets that have no style and are nothing but chunky pieces. And I can't promote that. And again, thank you, Michael. He says, no problem, brother. Talus Moonbreaker 60204. Okay, I think that was the hospital set that he's talking about, for anybody that was curious. And thank you both, Sean and Talus. And Dale says the new city sets have lost, I don't totally agree, they've very much lost their realistic look and flavor of the playability aspect. They also geared the sets toward, and that's my thing, is like I said, I do feel that they are geared towards kids. You are absolutely correct. And I think that kind of actually, oh, did I get, yeah. I think that's kind of hurting them. But I'll tell you what, I think you're going to find that, and now we're just going to make a simple cap, guys, because I think I'm going to stop right there with the building size. We're going to make a cap, and then I'm going to pan back and show you that finished look. So let me grab a few more pieces. But I agree with you that I do think it is geared directly for kids, is anyway what I was going to say. John Cross says, wait, a Bronco? He got one too? It's still not coming in? I got lucky with my Bronco. Number one, because everybody says, oh, you must have had to pay way over. No, I got A-Plan because I am in a Ford family. My mom got me A-Plan, is how I was able to get A-Plan anyway. Let me grab some white brick. Or do I want to double cap that? Trying to think. You know what, I might... Do I want to double cap it or do... Yeah, let's double cap it. We'll make it a thick cap. Do I already have a bag here too? I got lucky though. Because I really wanted a Bronco, but I didn't want to wait. And part of my thing is, for those that do not know, my daily car, the last new car that I bought, I bought in 2011, and I have 237,000 miles on my car. That is a Chevy Cruze. I bought that because at the time gas prices were really high, and I bought it because it was amazing on gas. It's still amazing on gas, and I still drive that car on a daily basis. But with the mileage that it has, I'm getting to the point where I'm thinking I might need a replacement. And my truck, I had a F-250 or F-150, but it took a big crap on me, so I wanted to replace my truck. Even though I would have liked to have had a Bronco, I wanted a truck. And I was at the dealership looking for a truck, and I had called a lot of dealerships. I wonder, looking for a Bronco, and they had my name down on a wait list. And I was told that if one came in, they would call me. And anyway, it was funny. While I was looking at a brand new F-350 full-size truck, 4-wheel drive, the whole kit and caboodle. I was going to buy that instead of trying to wait for a Bronco. And while I was out taking that car for a test drive, they had made a delivery of Broncos. And one of the people that was supposed to have bought the one Bronco, actually I'm not going to do that. I might come back and do it later. Canceled it. They said they didn't want it after all. So when I got back from the test drive, first thing the salesman says is, weren't you interested in the Bronco? And I'm like, yeah, why? And they said, well, we just had one come available. If you still want it, it's sitting over here on the lot. And I'm like, really? So I went and I looked at it, and I am a no frills kind of guy. My Chevy Cruze is a manual shift. It's basically stripped. It's just a bare bones car. My Bronco is the same way. It's a bare bones stripped with a manual transmission, but I prefer manuals. And somebody would have bought that at some point, but they were still kind of like, they might have a hard time selling it, whatever. So they offered it to me because, again, I personally love, and I am looking for 2x2 white plates. I personally love manual transmissions. When they offered it to me, I immediately jumped on it. Said, yes, where do I sign? And that was how I got my Bronco. I didn't order it or nothing. But I was beyond ecstatic to get one. And I love driving that thing. It is a lot of fun. I can't wait till it gets warmer out so I can drive it more with the top down. We had a slight warm up here, and I got to drive it a few days. I think I drove it 2 or 3 times with the top down. And man, it's just such a free feeling. I can't wait to do the top and the doors. Take the top and the doors off and go cruising. Stick shift, yes. Manual shift. Scotty Johnson says his lease on his Colorado is up in 2 weeks at the dealership. They told me they have nothing to sell for me. And a lot of people are finding that, my friend. A whole lot of people are finding that. It's almost like you needed to order months ago in order to be able to get anything. But you're not the only person. But I do know that they are, from what I understand anyway, they are extending leases until somebody's car, if you have a certain type of car that you're wanting comes in, they are extending leases for that for a lot of different people. I know my mom was one of those people that happened with. And I just want to pan back and show you guys. Now, again, this is not finished. I'm going to be changing this to a lighter blue stripe, and I'm going to do gray and then blue stripes on every one of these floors. But that is the basic shape and look of the apartment complex. And we just did that during a live stream. So I hope you guys understand now how you can do an interesting looking